Hello Internet, it's Phoenix back at it again on a Monday, which of course means we're doing another watch and learn stream. So without further ado, let's get right into the watching. Alright, looks like we got a Danger Kaiju deck here. That's fun to see. And who are they going up against? It's an Ash Blossom in defense and pass. I guess that's just to avoid Oko. Their opponent Kaiju's them, bringing out a Jizukiri. And then summons out a Super Heavy Samurai for having no spells and traps. Summoning another one. Setting Samurai Battle Ball off as a Link summon for Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow. Scarecrow pitches the third Jizukiri, but they use their effect veiler to negate the effect of Super Heavy Samurai Scarecrow. And it goes into the end phase. They draw Denko Sekka for turn. They swing their Jizukiri into the Scarecrow and pass. Not attempting to use any of the danger cards in their hand. Duel B summons Samurai Scales, which brings back Battle Ball. And then they're both linked off into Crystron Halki Fibrex. Halki Fibrex brings out Deskbot 001, which of course is going to turn into Aurora Dawn. Aurora Dawn's going to summon its little tokenlets. And Deskbot brings itself back. Going to tribute 2 tokens to summon out Mechafenbeast Colt Wing. And then sync Deskbot and Colt Wing off into Borreload Savage Dragon. It's going to equip itself with Halki Fibrex and then swing over Jizukiri. Then he'll swing direct with Aurora Dawn and his Jizukiri. Duelist A draws for turn, draws Alpha the Master of Beasts, and attempts to activate Danger Bigfoot. Bigfoot is going to be countered by an Ash Blossom. They attempt to activate Bigfoot again, which pitch a Godarla, allowing Bigfoot to summon itself. Alpha Master Beast effect attempts to resolve, but is going to be chained and negated by Borreload Savage Dragon. Alpha and Bigfoot are going to be overlaid into number 23 Lancelot, Dark Knight of Underworld, who's then going to swing direct for 2,000, and then use its effect to destroy Borreload Savage, and then it's going to be turned to Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Then Zeus is going to use its effect to send away all of the cards on the field. Duelist B has no cards except the one they're drawing for this turn. And they just have to pass. Duelist A draws a Schwarzschild Dragon. Swings direct with Zeus. Passes turn. Duelist B draws. Summons a Samurai Soul Horns. Sends it away to link summon Samurai Scarecrow. Attempting to use Scarecrow's effect. Pitching the Tenyi Spirit at hard in their hand to bring back Samurai Scales, which is going to bring back Soul Pacemaker. So Pacemaker is going to equip itself and send itself to summon out Super Heavy Samurai Big Ben K, which is going to swing over Zeus. And then he's going to swing direct with Scales for game. I really thought the Kaiju player had that one. Let's go next. Well, they're both good plays. I thought the Danger player had that one. Alright, whoever is 6 Samurai player, love to see it. Activate Samurai United. Summons Kageki, lets them special summon the Kizaru from hand, which lets them add a Samurai to hand, which is going to be Legendary Secret of the 6. Send away United to draw 2, draws Temple of the 6, activates it, passes turn. Duelist B activates Harpy's Feather Duster, countered by Musakani Magatama. Dual Speed summons Senju of Thousand Hands, adding Chaos Max Dragon to hand, activating Advanced Ritual Art, pitching a Blue Eyes from their deck to summon the Chaos Max. Chaos Max swings over Kizaru, doing 2100 points of damage. Senju swings over Kageki. Duelist A, draw a Secret Samurai Genbud for hand, summons Anishi, swings over the Senju of Thousand Hands. Does not use Anishi's effect. Duelist B reveals a Blue Eyes in hand to summon a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Goes into battle phase. Duelist B will swing over them. Do they need another Samurai on field to activate Anishi's effect? I feel like the Samurai player could have done that better. And I'm disappointed in them. Go next. Alright, we have a Paleo player going up against... who knows? They summon Beautiful Princess. Use her effect to summon out a Buzzsaw Shark, which is going to bring out a right-hand shark. I'm going to overlay both of them into Crooked Cook. Nope, Stealth Kragen. They set 2 back row and pass turn. Duelist A draws for turn. Passes turn completely. Could be a bot. Duelist B draws Paleozoic Olenides. Summons Nimble Beaver, which brings out another one, and then they summon out Silent Anger. Overlay the beavers into Cat Shark, using Cat Shark's ability to double Kragen's stats until the end of the turn. Swings direct with everyone. Duelist A passes turn, pitching 1. Duelist B draws Buzzsaw Shark, activates Cat Shark's effect again to double Kragen's stats, swings direct for game. Not an exciting duel, but we did get to see some unusual cards. Alright, we have what looks like the starter deck, who sets 1. Their opponent sets 1 defense. Goes back to starting player's turn. They summon 1 with 0 attack points in attack mode and swing with it. I have minimal understanding of what is going on right now. Duelist B activates Melody of Awakening Dragons. Gets a Chaos Max Dragon to hand, and a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. A Blue Eyes White Dragon is revealed to summon the Alternative Dragon. Alternative Dragon is going to use its effect to get rid of the opponent's monster. Advanced Ritual Art is going to be activated to summon out the Chaos Max Dragon. The Alternative White Dragon and the White Stone are going to be synced off into Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon is going to be banished to activate its effect to boost the attack points of the monsters on this field by 1,000. Swings direct for game. Not really much of a fight. We have a cyber player going up against who knows what. What the heck? Some kind of Tri-Brigade player? Yep. Alright, let's run that back real quick. Activating Obedience Schooled. If you control no monsters, special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast effect monsters with different names from your deck, but their effects are negated. Also during the end phase, destroy them. For the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you can't special summon except beast monsters. So they're going to bring out Kalantosa, Mythical Beast of the Forest, Tri-Brigade Kit, and Melfi Caddy. And they're going to link off Melfi Caddy and Tri-Brigade Kit into Farragut, the Barren Blossom. Kit's effect is going to activate in the graveyard to pitch a Nerval, to add Fractal to hand. Farragut's going to add an additional summon, which is going to be used for Karas. And then they're going to have link summoned the Bearbrom. They're going to overlay Kalantosa and Karas into Melfi of the Forest. They're going to summon Rescue Cat, pitch Rescue Cat away to summon out a Melfi Puppy. And what in God's name is happening right now? And a Melfi Fenny. Melfi Fenny and Melfi Puppy are going to be overlaid into Joyous Melfis. Bearbrom and Farragut are going to be linked off again into another Farragut. Their effects in the graveyard are going to activate. Farraguts will add one to hand and send one back into deck. Bearbrom will add a Tri-Brigade Revolt to hand and send another card back to deck. They're going to activate Melfi Hide and Seek. The first time each beast you control will be destroyed by card effect each turn, it is not. You can target 3 beast monsters in your graveyard with different names, shuffle them into the deck, then draw 1. You can only use this effect of Melfi Hide and Seek once per turn. And they're going to set 2 other cards in back row. It is Duelist A's turn. They activate Cyber Emergency, adding a Cyber Dragon to hand. Special summon Cyber Dragon and summon a Cyber Dragon dry. They're going to use the effect of Chimera Attack Mega Fleet Dragon to fuse their Cyber Dragon and the Farragut in the extra monster zone to make the Mega Fleet Dragon. Barren Blossom's effect will activate to add 1 to hand and send 1 back. Dry is going to swing into Melfi of the Forest, and then they're going to activate Tri-Brigade Revolt, sending out Kit, Fenny, Puppy, and Caddy, and then link them all off into Shirag the Ominous Omen. Shirag's effect is going to trigger, and it's going to chain into a Tri-Brigade Kit from the grave, which is going to send a Nerval to the grave. Ominous Omen is going to banish Mega Fleet Dragon. Nerval is going to add a Karas to hand. Main phase 2, Duelist A is going to fusion using Dry and Cyber Dragon in the graveyard to make Rampage Dragon. Using Rampage Dragon's effect to destroy the 2 back row and send 2 Cyber Dragons from deck to graveyard, which would give it normal additional attacks, but battle phase is already over, so that doesn't really matter. Duelist B reveals Tri-Brigade Karas, sends it to the graveyard. No, sorry, revealing Karas, discarding X-Saber Airbellum. Duelist A chains Cybernetic Hidden Technology. Melfi of the Force is going to remove a unit to add a Melfi Puppy to hand. They're going to summon Melfi Puppy and overlay it with Tri-Brigade Karas into number 64, Ronin Raccoon Sendayu. Sendayu's effect is going to activate, removing a unit to summon a Raccoon token with 3,000 attack points. And then they're going to swing direct. Duelist A is down to 1,000, then they're going to turn Ronin Raccoon into Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. And now they're going to pass turn. They're going to special summon Cyber Dragon and make a Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, fusing with machines on the board. They're going to swing into Melfi of the Forest for no reason, and pass turn. Duelist B summons Karas, overextending this game further than it needs to. Summoning another Shirag the Ominous Omen, which banishes Cybernetic Hidden Technologies, and then they're going to make an access code talker using Melfi of the Forest, Tri-Brigade Fractal, and 2 Shirag the Ominous Omens. Access code talker targets Shirag for its stat boost. They get a Melfi Caddy added to hand also. Access code talker is a 6,300 body. They banish Farragut to destroy their opponent's back row. They banish Bearbrom to destroy the Fortress Dragon. They banish a Shirag to destroy Cyberdark Keel. They swing direct with access code talker for game. Duelist B was playing a very unconventional Tri-Brigade deck. Kind of cool. Ignore where my voice cracked just there. Didn't happen. If you thought it did, you're wrong. We're a Dark Magician player. They activate Magician's Salvation. Using its effect to set an Eternal Soul. They're going to set a Skill Drain also and pass turn. Duelist A draws. Summons Infinitrack Anchor Drill. Duelist B counters with a Max C. Duelist A chains a Heavy Freight Train Derricrane to that. Which an Eternal Soul will chain to that. Which a Max C will chain to the Eternal Soul. Which a Skill Drain will chain to the Max C. Everyone following what's happening so far? Eternal Soul will resolve, summoning a Dark Magician, which the Max C will let them draw a card. The Derricrane will summon itself. And Anchor Drill's effect is negated due to Skill Drain. Then Derricrane is going to swing over Dark Magician, and Anchor Drill will swing direct for 18. Duelist B draws Magician's Souls for turn, activates Monster Reborn. Summons back their Dark Magician. Eternal Soul will activate off of that summon, letting them add a card that lists Dark Magician or 1,000 Knives from the deck. They activate 1,000 Knives to destroy the Heavy Freight Train Derricrane. Activate Magician's Soul, send it to the graveyard to send a Dark Magician to the graveyard. And then summon a Dark Magician. Dark Magician swings over Anchor Drill, and Dark Magician swings direct for 25. Score is 4,800 to 4,900. Duelist A draws for turn. Activates Urgent Schedule. Duelist B chains Eternal Soul to add a Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives to hand. Adds a Dark Magic attack. Urgent Schedule resolves, summoning a Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede and Heavy Freight Train Derricrane. They banish 10 to summon Night Express Knight. Off of a pot of... what was that? Desires. They're going to overlay the Heavy Freight Train, into a Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Mox. Why did I say it like that? They're going to destroy the Eternal Soul, which will get rid of all the Dark Magicians, and they're going to turn their Gustav Mox. Why do I keep saying it like that? Gustav Max. And then turn that into a Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lieb. And swing direct. 4,000. Duelist B draws for turn, draws Soul Servant, activates Soul Servant. Duelist A chains a Max C to it, making it the third Max C of the game. Soul Servant is going to banish itself, add Eternal Soul, and set it. Pass turn. Duelist A draws for turn. Summons a Night Express Knight. Duelist B chains Eternal Soul, summon out Dark Magician. Duelist A turns all monsters to attack mode. Swings over Dark Magician and swings direct for 4,000. Good for the train player. And we'll just keep going. Alright. So this player's hand is Garbage Ogre, Cup of Ace, UA Signing Deal, Performapal Popper-Up, and Ring of Destruction. I have no idea what they're playing. They activate Cup of Ace. They lose the coin toss. Activate Garbage Ogre's effect, pitch itself and add Garbage Lord to hand. Activate Performapal Popper-Up. Pitching 2 to draw 2 and taking 3,000 points of damage. Yep, and then they're going to activate Tremendous Fire, dealing 1,000 and taking 500, set 2 Rings of Destruction, and pass turn. Duelist A activates Lightning Storm, destroying their back row. Activates Numeron Wall, setting Numeron Network. Using Numeron Network to activate Numeron Calling. Summoning out the gates, along with a Planet Pathfinder. And they're just going to swing direct for game. They don't even need to use the gates effect. I guess Duelist was running a self-burn deck, and it worked. That is the only thing I can think of. Alright, there we go. Sky Striker deck, I guess. Duelist A activates Fossil Dig, adds a Soul Eating Oviraptor to hand. Summons the Oviraptor. Oviraptor adds Miscellaneousaurus to hand. They reveal Miscellaneousaurus. Sorry, pitch Miscellaneousaurus to activate its effect. Then banish Miscellaneousaurus. Opponent chains an Ash Blossom, which a Called by the Grave will chain to that to negate. So the Miscellaneousaurus banish will resolve, summoning out an Animadorn to Archosaur. Archosaur will destroy Soul Eating Oviraptor to add Double Evolution Pill. Activating Double Evolution Pill. Pitching Nibiru and another Soul Eating Oviraptor for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Then Archosaur is destroyed. Duelist B will activate Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage, adding Ray to hand. Duelist A counters with a Max C. Duelist B uses Triple Tactics Talent to get rid of the Effect Veiler in their opponent's hand. They set their one back row and pass turn. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno goes to attack mode and swings for 35. Passes turn. Duelist B draws for turn. Activates Lightning Storm. Destroys the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Summons Ray. Tributes her for Hayate. Goes into battle phase. Swings for 15. Hayate's effect activates, sending Sky Striker Mecha Shark Cannon to the graveyard. Hayate is going to be linked off into Kagari. Kagari's effect will activate, will attempt to activate, and will be countered by Effect Veiler. Kagari will be linked off into Shizuku. During the end phase, Shizuku's effect will activate, adding a Widow Anchor to hand. Duelist A draws for turn, has no plays, and passes turn. Duelist B draws Infant and Permanent, sets in the back row, special summons Mechanite Purple Nightfall by having enough cards in a column, then summons a Girsu the Orcust Mechanite, and is going to swing direct with all of their monsters. Purple Nightfall is going to banish itself to add an Indigo Eclipse to hand. Girsu and Shizuku are going to be linked up into Lib, the World Key Blade Master. Her effect is going to activate to set a World Legacy Succession, which they're then going to activate, targeting Sky Striker Ace Kagari, which is going to be summoned to the link pointed to by Keyblade Master. Kagari's effect will then activate to add Mobilize Engage back to hand. Then they're both going to be linked off into Sky Striker Ace Zeke. Zeke is then going to be linked off to summon Shizuku again. They're going to set the Widow Anchor. Shizuku will add another Mobilize Engage to hand and pass turn. Duelist A has no plays. Purple Nightfall resummons itself. Shizuku swings direct for game. I guess the only real comments I have on that one is that it was neat to see Sky Strikers not playing pure Sky Strikers and combining Mechanites and Orcrust and I guess World Chalice or World Legacy. So we have a Trap Tricks deck. They're going to summon Trap Tricks Mantis, which is going to add Trap Tricks Dionea to hand. Opponent activates Max C, which will get a card off of the summoning of Traptrix Sarah. And then in their turn, after setting Mirror Force and Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. Duelist B summons Cyber Dragon Core, adds Cyber Repair Plant to hand, activates Machine Duplication, targeting Core to summon out 2 Cyber Dragon normals. Gonna summon a Mega Fleet Dragon using Cyber Dragon Core and Traptrix Sarah. The Cyber Dragons will be overlaid into Cyber Dragon Nova, which is going to remove a unit to special summon a monster, which is going to chain into a Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. Cyber Dragon Nova's effect is negated and it is destroyed. Cyber Dragon Nova will... Hang on just a sec. Discard your possession and sent to your graveyard opponent's cards, plus 1/1 machine fusion monster from your extra deck. So, Cyber Dragon Nova being sent to the graveyard will allow them to summon Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. Then, they'll activate a Cyber Repair Plant, adding 1 light machine monster from your deck to hand, which is going to be Galaxy Soldier. If I sound weird, it's because I'm trying not to sneeze. Galaxy Soldier will summon itself by pitching Cyber Dragon Hers. Cyber Dragon Hers effect in the graveyard will also chain to that, which will add a Cyber Dragon standard to hand. Galaxy Soldier's effect will go off, adding another Galaxy Soldier to hand. Galaxy Soldier in hand will use the effect once again, pitching another Hers to summon itself. The Galaxy Soldiers will be overlaid into another Cyber Dragon Nova, which is going to go further into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Chimeratech Rampage Dragon is going to send 2 monsters from deck to graveyard, giving itself more attacks. And it's going to swing directly for game. Attempts to activate Mirror Force, which will be negated by Cyber Dragon Infinity. Which means this is the end. Alright, what do we got? We have a Buster Dragon player. Opponent summons Unizombie. I absolutely hate Unizombie. Activates its effect to send a Necrorolled Bench to the graveyard. Necrorolled Bench's effect in the graveyard is bench itself. Activate Zombie World from the deck. Unizombie's going to pitch a card. Pitching Doom King Baldarok to increase its own level by 1. Then they're going to activate Fusion Destiny, sending away Destiny Hero Denier and Malicious for a Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Going to activate the effect of Malicious in the graveyard, banishing it to summon out a Malicious. And then pass turn. Duelist B draws for turn. Baldarok's effect attempts to activate in the graveyard, which will chain into the Quick Launch, which is going to be negated by Ash Blossom. Baldarok is successfully summoned back from the grave. In defense mode. Activates Lightning Storm to destroy Zombie World. Summons Buster Dragon Whelp. Sorry, Buster Whelp, the Destruction Swordsman. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer will pop itself and Buster Whelp. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer will start itself revive. Opponent sets 2 back row, 1 of Prologue of the Destruction Swordsman, and Destruction Sword Flash. Activating Destruction Sword of the Swordsman, sending away Destruction Sword Memories, chaining into a Max C. Destruction Sword Memories in the graveyard will activate itself to banish itself. Summoning a Buster Blader the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. And also summoning a Buster Dragon. Phoenix Enforcer brings itself back. Destruction Sword Flash will go off. If you control a fusion monster that lists Buster Blader's material, banish all monsters your opponent controls. Which that is going to just hard get around Destroy Phoenix Enforcer and his opponent's entire board. Duelist A sets 1 back row. Passes turn. Summon Rocket Synchron, link it and Buster Dragon off into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. They summon White Dragon Wyver Buster by banishing Rocket Synchron. They're going to swing direct and pass turn. Dual Stay draws. Sets a Gozuki. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss negates its effect. Gozuki swings into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Crashes itself. Pass turn. Pass turn. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss swings direct for game. I'm always happy to see someone who plays Unizombie get shut down. I hate that card. Alright, we have some sort of Tri-Brigade ritual. Activating Fire Formation Tenki to add Fractail to hand. Fractail will pitch itself and send Kit to graveyard. Kit will send a Nerval to graveyard, which will add a Cross to hand. Cross will activate its effect, pitching Nerval in hand to summon itself. Nerval and Kit will be banished from the graveyard to summon Bear Braum. Bear Braum and Cross will be linked off into Rugal Silver Sheller. Bear Braum will add a Revolt to hand, sending a Revolt back in, because they already had one. They will set the Revolt. Opponent activates Melody of Awakening Dragons, pitching a Blue Eyes to add a Blue Eyes. And a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. Revealing Blue Eyes to special summon Alternative. Dual Speed activates Max C, using Alternative's effect to try and destroy Rugal. Chaining into... I don't know what this thing is. Saravis, the Ancient and Descended. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster you control, discard this card, negate the activation. When your opponent would special summon a monster, you can return this card to the hand. Negate the special summon. If you do, banish that monster. They will set one more, activate Silver's Cry. Blue Eyes is summoned to the field. They draw one. They're going to overlay both Blue Eyes into a Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Rugal will activate its effect, summoning out a Karas. And then they will activate Tri-Brigade Revolt, summoning out Nerval, Fractail, Kit, and another Nerval, linking them all off into Shirag the Ominous Omen. Shirag's on summon effect will go off, targeting Titanic and banishing it. Then Karas is returned to the hand. They draw Max C for turn. They summon back the Karas, banishing Kit, Fractail, and Nerval to summon out a Desperate Doom Eagle. Doom Eagle's effect activates, targeting Alternative White Dragon, sending it back into the deck. Shirag's effect will go off to banish the White Stone of Legend that was set face down. Karas and Rugal will be linked off into Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker will target Shirag, getting a stat boost putting it at 5,300. It and Shirag will swing direct for game. It's nice to see the Tri-Brigade players are getting some variety in their decks. Even if just a little. We have a Valkyrie player. They draw Valkyrie Zwick. They set Unexpected Die and pass turn. I would not have done that. Could have kept Infinite Impermanence active. Opponent activates Upstart Goblin, then Lightning Storm. And passes. Activates Valhalla Hall of the Fallen, along with Ride of the Valkyries, summoning that Valkyries White and Urda. Both are going to swing for a combined 36. Then activate Mischief of the Time Goddess. It goes back to being their own turn. They swing with their monsters again. Rite of the Valkyrie will banish itself to add a Mischief of the Time Goddess to hand. They set Infinite Impermanence and end turn. Opponent activates Widow Anchor, targeting Valkyrie's White, and another Widow Anchor targeting Erda. They summon Max C, and then link them both off into IP Masquerena. Then they activate Sky Strike Afterburners to destroy his White, and Infinite Impermanence. Passes turn. Opponent activates Reasoning. Level 5 was declared and did not get off, so Valkyrie Sigrun will be summoned. She will summon back Valkyrie's White, which will destroy IP Masquerena. Then they will swing for game. I went into this with 0 expectations for the Valkyrie player, and I guess that's on me. Alright, we have an I don't know what going up against I don't know what. Fire Avatar. They'll summon Fire Avatar Barong and activate Moon Mirror Shield, targeting Barong, and pass turn. Opponent activates Pot of Prosperity, banishing 3 to look at 3. To add a Kyoto Waterfront to hand, which they're going to activate. They're going to tribute their opponent's Barong to summon Radon, or Radian. Then summon Jet Synchron, sending it away for Relinquished Anima. Anima's going to target Radian. By target, I mean point at. They're going to summon Dogoron because their opponent has a Kaiju. Whip Anima with Radian. Then swing with Dogoron and Anima directly. Opponent activates Onslaught of the Fire Kings, summoning High Avatar Garunix. Garunix is going to be destroyed after Fire King Avatar Avrata is summoned. During the end phase, Avatar Garunix is destroyed. Kyoto Waterfront goes up to 5 counters, and Fire Avatar Kirin's effect is activated because the face-up Fire King was destroyed by a card effect and is summoned in defense mode. Garunix summons itself back and wipes out everything on the board. The Fire Avatar Kirin and Arvada's effects are going to activate. Opponent activates Pot of Prosperity, banishing 3 to look at 3. They're going to add a Righty Driver, activating Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, tributing both monsters the opponent has for a Radian, and a Thunder King, the Lightning Kaiju. Opponent activates the effect of Barong in hand, chaining to the effect of Kirin that was sent to the graveyard. Barong summons itself. Kirin sends a Garunix to the graveyard. Kyoto Waterfront is going to add a Gamma Steel to hand. Righty Driver is summoned to summon out a Lefty Driver, and then Tuning is activated to add a Jet Synchron to hand. Jet Synchron in the graveyard is going to activate its effect to summon itself. Righty Driver is going to be linked off into another Relinquished Anima. Anima is targeting Radian, equips itself. Thunder King and Jet Synchron are synced off into Baron de Fleur. Baron's going to use its effect to destroy Barong. Then they're going to swing direct with all their monsters for almost game. Opponent does take half damage this turn. Garunix is going to summon itself, attempt to activate effect. Baron de Fleur is going to negate that and destroy. Avatar Barong is going to activate, adding Onslaught of Fire Kings to hand. Onslaught of Fire Kings is activated, summoning out a third Avatar Garunix, which is going to swing over Lefty Driver. End phase, Garunix destroys itself. Start of the turn, they draw their third Radian. Garunix summons itself, then wipes out the board. Another Garunix special summons itself back, wipes out the board again. Garunix is tributed for Radian. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is banished to add a Thunder King. Jet Synchron summons itself by pitching Lightning Storm. Thunder King and Jet Synchron are linked off into Crystron Halki Fibrex. Halki Fibrex brings out Effect Veiler. And they summon a Gamma Seal to their own side. Halki Fibrex and Effect Veiler are linked off into Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians. Selene gets 8 counters. Removes 3 to summon back Effect Veiler. Link them both off into Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker gains stats based on Selene, putting itself at 53. Banishes Relinquish Anima to destroy Radiant. Opponent activates the effect of Abominable Unchained Soul, chaining into Gamma Seals, which will remove 2 counters from Kyoto Waterfront to negate the effect of Unchained Soul and banish it. Then they're going to swing direct with Access Code Talker for game. That was a whole lot of unconventional something. Good use of Anima with the Kaiju placements. We have what I'm going to assume is a Sword Soul player. Activates the effect of Tenyi's Chitana. Summons itself, link itself off into Monk of the Tenyi, sets infinite impermanence, passes turn. Opponent activates Feather Duster. Then activates Dark Lord Ixchel, discarding itself and another, adding to draw 2. Activates Foolish Burial, sending away Despian Tragedy. Tragedy's effect will add Alibur, Jester of Despia to hand. Activates Banishment of the Dark Lords, which adds a Dark Lord Contact to hand. Activates Dark Lord Contact, summoning Ixchel from the graveyard. Ixchel will pay 1,000 to add a Dark Lord Rebellion to hand. They summon Alibur, which adds Despia, Theater the Branded to hand. Activates Theater the Branded, using Theater as a fusion gate effect. Fusing off Ixchel, Morningstar, and Alibur for the first Dark Lord, which has all of its effects because Morningstar was used as material. Which destroys Monk of the Tenyi, which banishes Spirit of Chitana. Or it would, except they activate Called by the Grave, targeting Monk of the Tenyi. So Monk of the Tenyi is also banished. Chitana has no targets. Dark Lord Morningstar swings direct for 4,000. Set 2 back row and pass turn. Duel Speed can get around this, attributing Morningstar for Gamma Seal to Sea Turtle Kaiju, and ending turn. So really they've just prolonged it, because if the opponent has 1,800 damage, they've still got him. And it looks like they don't. They swing direct with Gamma Seal and pass turn. Draws Tenyi Spirit at Hara for turn, activates the effect of Sword Soul Longyan, summons itself by pitching at Hara, and it gets a token. Adhara will banish itself, targeting Chitana in the banish zone, adding that back to hand. Strategist and token are synced off into Baron de Fleur. Young-On will deal 1,200 damage. Baron will destroy Despia Theater the Branded and swing into Gamma Seal. Passes turn. Duelist A will banish Despian Tragedy and attempt to target Despia Theater the Branded. They will chain Baron de Fleur, which they will then chain Called by the Grave to, targeting Strategist Longyan, which I don't believe will stop Baron. Nope, Baron still negates. Duelist A passes turn. Baron will use its effect to destroy one of the opponent's back row, summons Spirit Chitana, links it off into Monk of the Tenyi. Goes into battle phase, swings for 1,000, swings for 3,000, passes turn. Duelist A draws Indulged Dark Lord, attempts to activate its effect, opponent chains and Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. That's the too long name. Indulged Dark Lord will swing over Monk of the Tenyi. Spirit Chitana will banish itself, target Monk of the Tenyi, and summon Monk of the Tenyi back, and then destroy Indulge Dark Lord. Passes turn. Baron de Fleur will destroy the opponent's last back row, which is a super polymerization, and then swing direct with Baron de Fleur for game. Don't know if I would actually call that person a Sword Soul player now. But the only Sword Soul we saw was Long Yan. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. We have some kind of Cyber Dragon deck here. Opponent activates Terraforming. Adds Union Hanger to hand. Activates Union Hanger. Adding a Assault Core. Summons Assault Core. Union Hanger will equip it with a Sea Crush Wyvern. Activate Transmodify to turn into a Galaxy Soldier, sending the A Assault Core away. Galaxy Soldier will add another Galaxy Soldier in hand. Galaxy Soldier will discard Buster Drake to summon itself. Then the Galaxy Soldiers will be overlaid into Cyber Dragon Nova. The ABC will banish themselves to summon ABC Dragon Buster. Then Cyber Dragon Nova will turn into Cyber Dragon Infinity. They set one back row and pass turn. Smart move, activate Smashing Ground, then Raigeki. Or Mystical Space Typhoon. Targeting the back row, opponent chains the back row, which is Union Scramble. Union Scramble targets a Assault Core, summons it from the Banish Zone. Space Typhoon does go off. Union Hanger will go off, targeting Assault Core, equip it with Buster Wyvern. Activates Raigeki. Opponent chains Cyber Dragon Infinity to negate that. Special summons a Cyber Dragon. Opponent uses the effect of ABC to discard one to banish a card on the field. Summon Cyber Dragon Valley, then Smashing Ground. Passes turn after setting the last card in hand, which was called by the grave. Or Call of the Haunted. Union Scramble's effect in the grave activates to banish itself, targeting B Buster Drake, which adds it back to the hand. Cyber Dragon Infinity will equip itself, or will turn Cyber Dragon Valley into material. Player will summon B Buster Drake, equipping it with a C Crush Wyvern. Then going to link off to B Buster Drake, then C Crush Wyvern into Decode Talker. The effect of A Assault Core and B Buster Drake, along with B Buster Drake, will activate in the graveyard. Adds an A Assault Core to hand. Adds a C Crush Wyvern to hand. And adds B Buster Drake from grave to hand. Sets one back row. Swings with Decode and Infinity. Passes turn. Player draws Cyber Valley, sets in defense mode, passes turn. Player summons C Crush Wyvern. Union Hanger will equip it with B Buster Drake. Decode and B Buster will be linked off into Firewall Dragon. C Crush Wyvern and B Buster Drake's effects will activate in graveyard. A Assault Core is added to hand. Firewall Dragon will swing over the Cyber Valley. Cyber Dragon Infinity will attempt to swing directly. Opponent activates Call of the Haunted. Chain negates it with Cyber Dragon Infinity. Continues to swing direct for game. I don't know much about the ABC Dragon, but it seems like they took the XYZ Dragons and they made it viable. Alright, looks like this player is a Numeron player. And so is their opponent, it looks like. Activates Numeron Wall, chains a Max C to it. Max C and Numeron Wall were both resolved. Numeron Network is activated. It will send away a Numeron Calling to summon out the gates. Dual Speed draws their second Numeron Wall. The gates will all be linked off into Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avramax. Dual Speed draws Planet Pathfinder, activates Numeron Wall. Opponent does not have response, gets out Numeron Network, activates it to activate Numeron Calling, summons the 4 gates, swings into Avramax, taking 3,000 damage in the process. They negated Avramax's effect to always be stronger than whatever attacks it, if it was special summoned, and just runs their own face into him. And Avramax's passive effect wins him the game. Numeron Gate decks really don't think. I wonder if that's another bot deck. Alright, here we have a Galaxy player. Activating Galaxy Soldier, pitching Galaxy Soldier to summon Galaxy Soldier. Adds Galaxy Brave to hand. Galaxy Brave reveals itself, and Photon Advance to summon itself. Photon Advance summons itself then. And they're both going to turn to Starliege, Photon Dragon, which is then going to allow him to special summon a Photon Dragon. Galaxy Ash Photon. Duelist B's turn, they summon Incredible Ecclesia, use her effect to bring out Sword Soul of Moye. Moye is going to reveal Sword Soul Emergence and get a token. It's going to turn them both into Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Moye's effect will go off, letting him draw a card, activate Sword Soul Emergence, adding Taya to hand. They summon Taya, which banishes Sword Soul Emergence and gets him a token. Their levels get raised due to Sword Soul Emergence. So they get a Chao Fang, Phantom of the Yang Xing. Sword Supply's effect activates, adding Tenyi Spirit Vishuda to hand. Tenyi Spirit Gong Wan's effect will go off, discarding Sword Soul Blackout to summon itself and a token, which are going to be turned into Baron de Fleur. Longmon does damage, Baron de Fleur targets and destroys a card, which is going to be Chao Fang. Goes into battle phase. Berserker swings over Galaxy Soldier. It gains stats and swings again. Galaxy Eyes attempts to negate its effect. Berserker's effect will send away Galaxy Eyes. Player will attempt to summon it back using Starliege Photon Dragon. Baron de Fleur will negate the effect of Starliege Photon and destroy it. They swing directly at Baron. And then they surrendered? Duelist A1 due to time limit. What happened in the actual play of that match? That's really weird. Speaking of the issue lately with the new sort of bots that are coming up, where they just don't play and attempt to frustrate their opponent into surrendering, wouldn't an easy fix to that be to, instead of it just being you have the turn timer going, the turn timer gets extended if you're actually playing cards, versus you having the total of 8 minutes to do anything? Like, even if it was reduced down to like 60 seconds or even like 2 minutes, if you can't figure out a card to play in 2 minutes, you probably don't have one. I know, it definitely just, save time. But like, if you play a card during that 2 minutes, the timer doesn't tick down. Because that's what the timer does now if you're playing cards. Like, it doesn't tick down. Or it pauses a bit as you play cards. I don't know. It seems like it should be an easy fix to me. Tribal player summons Karas, discards Nerval. Karas special summoned. Nerval's effect activates, pitching, adding Fractale. Fractale activates, sending itself away, sending away Kit. Farragut, Bearbrom, Nerval, Rescue Cat. Melfies. Calantosa, Mystical Beast of the Forest, Melfi Puppy. Joyous Melfies. Nerval and Farigit. Rugal. Farigit in the grave. Add Called by the Grave. Send Called by the Grave back. Didn't actually want it. Set Revolt. Pass. Opponent summons Ancient Gear Wyvern. Adds Ancient Gear Fusion. Activates Ancient Gear Fusion. Makes Ancient Gear Howitzer. Howitzer deals damage. Joyous Melfi's effect. Sends itself away. Summons out Melfi Puppy, Calantosa, and Karas. Adds Rescue Cat to hand. Rugal and Calantosa turn into Access Code. Access Code targets Rugal. Karas banishes Rescue Cat and Nerval. Sends out Mrs. Radiant. Makes a number 64. And a huge raccoon. Swings into Ancient Gear Wyvern with summons Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. Access Code swings over Reactor Dragon. Swings direct with Bear Braum, with Raccoon, and direct with the Raccoon token for game. Maybe this Melfi Tri-Brigade is just the new strongest form of Tri-Brigade. And because I've never played Tri-Brigade, I'm just late to the party. Nice, Subterror. Activates Pot of Duality. Looks at 3. Adds There Can Be Only One. Set There Can Be Only One. Solemn Judgment Called by the Grave. Summon Subterror Guru. Passes turn. Activates There Can Be Only One. Opponent activates Perform Pal Silver Wolf and Perform Pal Odd Eyes. Light Phoenix. Sets 3 back row. Passes turn. Goes into battle phase. Swings with Guru. Light Phoenix's effect activates, along with Pendulum Switch, which summons out a Silver Claw. Guru's going to use its effect to flip both monsters face down. Opponent activates Spiral Flame Strike, which will chain into Pendulum Switch. Pendulum Switch attempts to summon Perform Pal Odd Eyes. Max C will resolve. Pendulum Switch will summon Light Phoenix. Searing Flame Strike will resolve, and then they will summon or set Stargazer Magician. Odd Eyes Light Phoenix will boost Perform Pal Silver Claw's attack points. It will swing over Guru. Its attack points will reset. Turn passes. Duelist A activates Feather Duster. Pendulum Switch goes off in response to summon Stargazer Magician. Duster resolves otherwise, destroying the back row. Summons Subterra Fiendess, flips her face down, summons back Subterra Guru, who's going to turn himself and Silver Claw face down. They set Subterra Final Battle and pass turn. Silver Claw's turn face up, activates Solemn Judgment to destroy Silver Claw. Activates Subterra Final Battle, turns Guru face up, adds Subterra Cave Flash to hand. Passes turn, draws Pot of Prosperity, activates Guru's effect, flipping itself and Stargazer face down, then flips itself face up, adds Subterra Nemesis Archer, summons Archer, activates Cave Clash, boosts the attack power of all of his Subterrors. Nemesis Archer attacks, immediately sends the face down monster away. Guru swings over, then activates Pot of Prosperity, banishing a bunch of monsters from the extra deck. Adds Gozen Match to hand, sets Gozen Match, passes turn. Dual speed draws. Draws Pendulum Impenetrable. Opponent activates Subterra Final Battle, turning Guru face down. Flips Guru face up. Adds Subterror Behemoth. Umastrix to hand. Special summons Umastrix. By flipping Fiendess. Turns all of his monsters face up attack mode. Starts swinging directly. Scores 4,000 to 2,000. Umastrix turns itself face down. Passes turn, dual speed draws. Sets one back row. Opponent activates Subterra Final Battle, turning Umastrix face up. Draws Subterra Group for turn after turn pass. Umastrix swings direct. Opponent activates Pendulum Reborn. Player chains Subterra Fiendess's effect, which will negate Pendulum Reborn, turning Nemesis Archer face down. Player activates Subterra Final Battle to boost the attack of Umastrix. Swings direct for game. I like Subterra. Seems neat. Look at all those crazy people living in the dirt. Alright, what do we got here? Best guess is it's a Prank Kids deck. They set Infinite Imperm, passes turn. Duelist A draws for turn. Activates Banishment of the Dark Lord. Gets Superbia to hand. Activates Allure of Darkness. Player chains Ash Blossom. Summons Elubur. Chains Infinite Impermanence to Elubur. Player activates Ixchel's effect, discarding herself and Superbia. Chains Max C. Ixchel effect goes off, draws 2, activates Despia Theater of the Branded. Uses Branded to fuse Elubur with Destiny Hero Celestial into Masquerade. Dual Speed gets to draw 1, which is Prank Kids Roxy's. Swings direct with Masquerade, passes turn. Alright, player draws Cross-Out Designator for turn, summons Roxy's, links it off into Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo. Masquerade makes him pay 600. Gets at Prank Kids Fansies, which is going to link with Meow Meow Moo for Dodo Doodle Doo. Why do I have to say these names? Masquerade makes him pay twice. Once for Doodle Doo, once for Fansies. Fansies will send Prank Kids Prank to the graveyard and special summon Lampsies. Add Pandemonium to hand. Activates Polymerization. Masquerade makes him pay again, fusing Lampsies with Dropsies. Prank Kids Weather Washer. Has to pay 600 for Dropsies. Has to pay 600 also for Lampsies. Summons out another Dropsies. Summons out another Fansies. Linking Doodle Doo into and Dropsies into Nightmare Unicorn. Has to pay 600 to use Unicorn's effect. It was sent away, so Elubur will summon itself. Nightmare Unicorn and Fansies will link off into Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker will target Unicorn, gaining 3,000 attack points. Will banish Unicorn to get rid of Despia Theater of the Branded. Will banish Dodo Doodle Doo to get rid of Elubur. Swing direct for 53. Swing for 2,000 with Weather Watcher. Weather Watcher's effect was applied, which I don't know what that was. Sets Prank Kids Pandemonium, passes turn. Player activates Dark Lord Contact, chains Weather Watcher's effect, and Meow Meow Moo. Meow Meow Moo will banish itself, targeting Dropsies and Lampsies, which are both summoned. Dark Lord Contact will resolve, summoning Superbia. Superbia's effect will resolve, will activate, but will chain to Prank Kids Pandemonium. Prank Kids Pandemonium will fuse Dropsies and Lampsies into Prank Kids Rocket Ride. Superbia will bring back Aluber. Aluber's effect will go off. Prank Kid's Lampsies will chain, along with Prank Kid's Dropsies. These names are ridiculous. They'll gain 1,000 life points and summon a Lampsies, and then deal 500. Boy, that sure was a lot, huh? I think that might have been the first time I ever saw Prank Kids in action. And you know what? Under threat of me having to say Meow Meow Moo, Dodo Doodle Doo, Fansies, Roxy's, Dropsies, Lampsies, Weather Watcher, Rocket Ride, Battle Butler, whatever other ones they have again. And for that being a match that I did not think the Prank Kids were actually going to win. I thought they were going to burn themselves out too much. But I managed to pull it off. I am going to call that the end of this Watch and Learn. So, if you caught the stream, thanks for watching. If you caught the replay, thanks for watching that too. Goodbye.